welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around.
I remember what Central did for me, and I know that when I left here, the feeling that I had of pride, and I never hesitated telling people where I went to school. And for all of those reasons, I think that I'm so proud of this school. And I think that because I have seen it as a faculty member, I think that has made my love for the school just grow so much more because I get to work with the kids and I get to see the product.
It's infectious. It's just that, I said earlier, Philly, but it's Central. It's that feeling of that we're unique, we're the best. I mean, you can say I'm an elitist. I am, because, you know, we don't go to Northeast. We don't, you know, they're nice and they're all right and everything, but we're the best.
Last year, 74.4% of our AP students passed with a 3 or better.
Wow.
Which is, you know, I'll put that up against any of the private schools in the city. 220 of the 948 assessments were 5, perfect score. 44 of our 53 students that were in International Baccalaureate program completed the diploma and earned a diploma. Last year's senior class, we sent 118 students to Drexel University. We always sent about 100 and 130 to Temple University. 43 students in a tough year to get into Penn got into Penn.
43?
43 seniors. Whenever I meet with new teachers yearly, when we have new faculty come in, we meet in here, and I always say to them, if you love to teach, you're in the right place, because the students here are incredibly engaged in what's going on in classrooms.
I chose Central because my original plan was to go to a performing arts school, but my main focus I wanted to be academic.
I tell the parents, other schools can promise your child an iPad and a computer, and I'm going to tell you the most important thing is the human being that's in front of them. I would say that we have students who go home to $1 million homes in Society Hill, and then we have students who go to shelters because they have nothing.
It's the diversity in both race and economics and just everything imaginable, thought processes.
Now it's just a melting pot. It really is what our country is in so many ways. So, you know, there's 65 different countries represented in our student population. They come from every zip code in the city. Some of them take 4 buses and a train to get here. But they're here every day. They get here by 8 a.m.
In our day, it wasn't nearly as diverse, but for us it was.
Right.
So we had a similar experience, even though it wasn't nearly as complex, of meeting guys from different
backgrounds.
From different backgrounds, and realizing they had more in common than we don't.
The obvious differences are the females being in the building. What a wonderful addition that has been. If anyone is concerned about the ladies being here and changing things, yes, they have certainly changed things, and certainly for the better. They bring enthusiasm and leadership and academic excellence to the school.
Once I got to meet the girls, they were so special, so bright, so articulate, so much dedicated to the traditions that we still hold dear today, that all that stuff went out of my mind, and it really improved the school tenfold, in my opinion.
The 228 class was involved in what we call the Cool Breeze project.
Yes.
Tell us what significance that's had for Central.
Tremendous for morale alone. You guys went here. You know how warm this building. I used to say it turns into a brick oven, basically.
Never here in August.
Okay, yeah. Well, that was one of the things that pushed me in the idea. Well, the idea came about because my first year here, into my second year, we were doing a renovation. So we have a new power plant that was put into the building, 4,000 new lights. The entire building was rewired. So we had the electrical capability to make this happen for the students. For me, it was just finding people who understood how meaningful it would be, and the 228 was just incredible. You know, I had conference calls with guys from around the country, talked to them about how important this would be for our academic program, and I think it's more so than I thought it would have been. There's a lot of smiling faces, a lot of students that are engaged. You know, when it's 100 degrees in a classroom, it's difficult to stay engaged in an academic program, especially when you first get here and we're reviewing and pushing forward. Now, the fact that students and teachers are comfortable in the classrooms is going to make a tremendous impact. I mean, data will show it moving forward, but I feel as if it's tremendous.
I think that we probably may never do anything as popular as Cool Breeze. When the sophomores through seniors know me, if not by name, they know me by face because I've been in their classrooms now for 2 or 3 years, and the freshmen are the ones that I spend most of my time introducing myself to, and I always make them think about what is it that 228 should always be remembered for. And it takes them a few moments, and then all of a sudden someone will point to the air conditioners, and I say, that's right, you got it. And then they start giving me a round of applause.
The central tradition.
Very strong, very prevalent.
In unison. School spirit.
Strong.
Mr. Horowitz.
Mr. Horowitz.
It's home. It's family. It's people say Philly, Philly. I say Central, Central.
I recognized when I went here I was going somewhere special. It wasn't until after I left that I realized how special it was.
100% right. That's the best way to put that.
I'm driven to continue the history of this place. I really am. And as a city resident my entire life and still living in the city, I know that this is a life-changing place for kids. It is. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I get to live it every day, so it's easy for me to see it and breathe it, but it truly changes lives for young people.
I think that if our guys, and we were all guys, would be able to spend some time here, which one of the, I don't know who said it before, maybe it was Mr. McKenna, that they would realize what great kids we have here, and that every little bit that we can do to support them will only enhance their opportunity, enhance the school, and it kind of makes us feel good. I mean, I'm thrilled that we were able to contribute to the air conditioners, to Shakespeare, and a couple other odds and ends that we've done. It really makes me feel good that there's something so positive that we're able to do 50 years later.
And so for our classmates who are considering coming to our 50th reunion next November, what do you have to say to them?
Well, first of all, I'll be anxious to see everybody, but I think that part of that weekend, if you can make the school tour and if you can come here and see for yourself how Central operates, how the students move. I mean, we're like 2,300 students here. We're bursting. And when you see students move through the hallways between periods and they do it in a peaceful, crowded way, that's one experience. But just to see students engaging in class would be a very, very important thing, and it'd be an eye-opener. Okay, thank you.
Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. Welcome back, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back.